Hey, yes, we're going live now. How was your day? I hope it was beautiful. Yes, this is Shallow, and I'm going live on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time. I hope you had a great day. And I have a story about knowing your worth. Yan. A lot of people go about their lives not knowing what they're worth. That's why they are willing to settle for just about it. So, when you're willing to settle for just about anything, it's not it's not okay. Why? Because when you're willing to settle for just about anything, people won't respect you. Kasi ikaw hindi mo kayang galangin yung sarili. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story about a crackpot. Well, once upon a time, there was this guy who was tasked to carry water from the river to his master's home to fill up the other containers for washing dishes, for cleaning the house, and for just about anything. So every time he carries the containers, the pots with him on his shoulders, he would fill it in the river and then walk towards his master's house. He does this diligently every single time, every day. In the morning, he would go to the river to get water. You know, the funny thing is, one of the pots is actually cracked and it's leaking water. You see that? It's leaking. So, after some time, about a year of walking towards the river, getting water from the river, bring it all the way to the master's house, the pot was really not okay. The pot was thinking to itself, I must be unworthy because I only bring half of the water that is carried in me. Kawawa naman daw yung tagabuhat kasi for the same effort, only half of the volume is brought to the master's house. And so, the other pot, being haughty, said, nye, 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 nye. Ako puno, ikaw kalahati. Sabi niyang ganyan. What he was saying is that, look at me, I am in full volume while you are leaking. You only bring half. So your usefulness is only half. The other pot was feeling so low. Because the pot was envious of the other pot who is full and not cracked. And he is he must be jealous of the other pot, but also he is afraid that the water carrier is not given justice because it's heavy to carry all that much water and then only to realize that you cannot fill up the containers because the other pot is leaking. That's why almost half is being carried to the master's house. Nalulungkot siya. The crackpot is sad because it's been leaking all this time. And so, it was sad. And then, the water carrier noticed that the pot was not okay. So, the water carrier asked the pot, what's wrong? What's wrong with you, pot? And then, the pot said, oh, I'm sorry. I must tell you, I feel sad. Why? The water carrier asked. Because I'm too heavy for you to carry, and yet I do not bring as much water as the other pot. Look, I'm cracked. I think you should retire me. You should just throw me away. I'm not worth it. And then the water carrier said, what are you saying, pot? I like you just the way you are. And do you know that on purpose I carry you on this side all the time? You know why? Why? And I'm so happy that I have you. Ah, me? I'm not even complete. I don't even carry completely because look, I'm leaking all the time. I'm so sorry, said the pot. You know, I want to show you something, said the water carrier. I want you to see this. And when you look at this, hope you would remember how beautiful you are just the way you are. Me, I'm beautiful? How? Do you see that? Look at that. What? What am I supposed to see? The pathway? No. Do you see the flowers along the pathway? Look, the pathway is used to be just a pathway with rocks on both sides, right? Yeah? So, and then the water carrier said, remember, I always bring water from the river and from the stream. And look, all the time, I usually just put you on the other side. And the moment I get to the master's house, I've already watered the pathway. And look at those flowers. I threw some flower seeds in there. And look, they're blooming after a year, all because of you, because you have been watering them. See, it's always on that side. The flowers are always on that side because I get the water from the river, from the stream, and that side gets watered all along. And the flowers I get there, I put on the master's vase and his table, and it makes him glad to see the end. Well, see, even if we are cracked, even if we have flaws, even if we have a lot of differences, even if we have a lot of things that happen to us that mar our beauty, that make us look, we feel that we are not worthy, we feel ugly or whatever, it doesn't matter. Why? Because the master always delights in us in ways we cannot imagine. Even the water carrier saw the beauty of the cracked pot. See, I just hope that you, yes, you, the one listening to me right now, yes, you, exactly you. It's not a coincidence that you're listening to me right now. Hindi nagkataon lang na nakikinig ka ngayon. I want you to remember that you are worthy no matter what you have been through, no matter what cracked you up, no matter what experience dented you, no matter what experience or what things you think might have made you worth less than you really are. You are beautiful just the way. Remember that. Because our flaws, nakakatawa, di ba? The flaws that we see in us are the very things that unite us with others. Why? Because I realized yung strengths, they rarely inspire others. Well, yes, nakakatuwang tingnan, ang galing niya, pero ikaw, pag umamin ka ng vulnerability mo, you get to embrace others, you get to get others more inspired, not because misery loves company, well it does, but because when you keep on hugging people, embracing them with all their flaws, with all your flaws, they feel well. Kasi pag nakita nila na yung kahinaan nila ay hindi naman pala ganun ka pangit kasi ikaw yung kahinaan mo na gamit mo para lumakas ka. Palagay mo ba ma-intimidate sila sa'yo? Well, a lot of people feel intimidated about me. I don't know why, but that's just the way I am. Pero when I started to admit that I'm really just human, just like you are, and I make a lot of mistakes, I'm so clumsy, I do this, I do that, but, well, I get by. Ganun talaga. Kasi sometimes, we feel na kailangan mag-perfect lahat, maayos lahat. But you know, sometimes those who are trying to, di ba sa social media, we paint a beautiful picture of ourselves sa Instagram, or on Facebook, we put ourselves out there, yes. But there are times we put ourselves across as someone, ang ganda ng buhay mo, maayos na maayos ka. But when we admit that we are weak, when we admit that we are in need of help, a lot more people can relate to us. And with that, we can inspire them more to look to the God who is you. Kasi alam nila na hindi tayo pinababayaan ni God. So alam nila na hindi rin sila pababayaan ni God. Ayos ba yun? And with that, may God be praised. Shout out muna tayo. Ate Susie, hello, good evening sa'yo. Hi, Wek. Of course, nanonood ang aking napakagandang inaanak na magaling na yatang mag-ballet, si Ate El. Hello din, Elijah. Kamusta kayo dyan? Ayan. Wow, ang bagong gupit. Tama ba? Ate V, pakita naman ng iyong bagong haircut. Nakita ko lang, totoo ba yun? Ang ganda ha, in fairness. Ayan. Okay, thank you so much. And of course, Beth is watching right now. Thank you for watching, everyone. Yung mga hindi ko na shout out, hindi ko na makita kasi ayun. Ate Ika, hello sa'yo. Ayan. Ayan. Tapos, and those who are watching also, I challenge you. Every time I share a story with you, I also share a challenge. Remember? Tradition na natin. So I challenge you to when you have your time alone, ano yung mga bagay na gusto mong maalalang magaganda sa'yo? Ano yung mga yon? And when you remember that, when you remember how beautiful you are, when you remember how lovely and worthy you are, can you praise the God who made you? And when you remember all the things that are negative about you, can you still thank God for these negatives that you have? Why? Because these things are also going to be used by God to prepare you for a mission to be relatable. Yung mga nagkasakit, alam nila what it's like to be ill, to be in pain. So, mas makaka-relate sila dun sa mga taong may sakit. That's why they tend to pray more for these people. Dun sa mga kinakapos sa pang-araw-araw na panggastos, marami tayo niyan, diba? Uso ngayon yan. So, yung mga kinakapos dyan, hindi ko sinasabing okay lang kapusin. Ang sinasabi ko lang ay, mas nakaka-relate tayo ngayon dun sa mga tao na medyo hard up ngayon. Pero hindi dahil uso yun, okay lang na ganun lang tayo. Pagdasal din naman natin, na umusog-usog din naman ang ating mga finances, di ba? May mga paraan dyan. So, things like that. When you realize who you are and what you're made of, I think it would be much more easier for others to relate. And you can pray for them. O, diba? Diba, tama ba yan, Ate Ika? And I hope Andrea is watching right now and I hope she can understand what I'm saying. Dun sa mga nagre-request ng na mag-Tagalog naman daw ako. Ayan, nagtatagalog na po ako uli. nahirapan po akong mag-balance kung sino ba talagang tatagalogin ko o Englishin ko. Anyway, for those who are watching on YouTube, I hope you understand me. And for those who are watching on Facebook Live, I hope you can enjoy this in both languages, in Filipino and in English. And I hope you have a beautiful evening, everyone. Take the challenge, know who you are, and know your worth. All right? Good night. Be blessed, everyone. Stay inspired.